Hey Alex, thanks for coming over today. We have your swing you showed up with today on the right. And we have the first swing I saw of yours here on the left. This was 2 or 3 months ago, towards the beginning of the year. And first I want to just go over, how much better it is. And then we're going to pick on your swing on the right and show you what we did today. We're going to start when the shaft's parallel to the ground here, and what I want you to look at is the difference in the face angle. And the way we're doing that wasn't through a grip change, it was through changing the way your wrist angles work on the way back. So you're adding some flex, feeling like you're bowing your left wrist on the way back. And you'll see a really big difference as you get up to the top of your swing in that arrangement. So here on the left, your left wrist was going into extension, the toe of the club's hanging straight to the ground, whereas on the right, you almost have a flat left wrist, closer, not bad for your first swing of the day, and your club face is matched up with your forearm, with your left forearm. So that's a nice change here from the swing on the left. So on the left, when you started, what's going to end up happening is this face just stays so open for so long that you're going to cut way across it to try to get it back on the map. And you're hitting big pulls or big fades. These balls are really curving a lot from left to right. You'll also note not a ton of leg action, not a ton of leg rotation through contact, pretty square to the ball. So this is you just trying to flip it and save it coming through contact. Whereas on the right, now that this club face is a little more matched up with where we want to go with your path, you're still going to cut across this one a bit, but you're hitting it really solid now, really solid either just straight pulls or little baby fades back to the target. So this was much improved. And you'll also note that we can see a little more of the back of your left leg, got a little more rotation coming around on the way through. So this has definitely gotten a lot better. Now, the issue with the swing on the right, and as we work into our swings from today, is while this swing on the left, which is the face-on version, looks really nice. Nice hip turn, nice full shoulder turn, nice pivot, good rotation, decent extension on the way around. A lot of really good stuff, but we got to figure out why you're pulling the ball and how to fix it. And this frame right here is pretty telling. You can see the club face outside of your hands. And we would love to kick that club face over here to the inside of your hands and keep everything else the same. What we found was that your right arm tends to hang up and back a little too much. So you have what's called internal rotation in your upper right arm instead of external rotation. So at left arm parallel, you'll note on the left that your right arm is above your left. That's not a killer, that's okay. But the problem is it's going to pull behind you on the way to the top, and it's going to stay up and back as you're starting forward. Now it's a problem, because if you watch the way this arm situates itself, that's called internal rotation. That's when your right elbow is behind your right forearm. If you could imagine throwing a baseball or something, we were talking about like turning a double play, playing shortstop, throwing it over to second base from shortstop. And if you were to throw a ball, kind of sidearm, that elbow would actually be out in front and your forearm would be more laid back like such. The reason that's really important is on the right, when this elbow stays up high and back, that's a steepening move. So this club shaft is going to get a little too vertical as you're heading down here into contact. Right there, it's starting to steepen and just stand up a little too much instead of laying back more on your right forearm. So a little mechanical thing, but really important, and it's the last piece that's going to make this really, really good when you go out to play. So let's see, on the left, I'm going to throw up the same original swing. And on the right, I'm going to throw up a drill we were doing. And we'll take it to the top. Alright, so the drill here on the right, you're lifting your arms up in front of you, staying in posture. We got you a little taller, lifting your arms up, and you're rotating that right arm back. So if you can imagine from this angle, your right elbow is moving in front of your right pec. You're flexing your left wrist, adding a little bow to it to square the face. So your elbows are getting closer together. Instead, if you're on the left, when you normally get to the top, your elbows are coming apart. So once you set your arms there, you're going to go ahead and just turn. Leave your arms right where they are in front of your chest. Turn your hips, turn your chest all the way back, and voila. So this drill takes away all the extra arm lift stuff. You'll note that your left wrist is slightly flexed. You'll note that the club face is in a slightly stronger position, and you are ready to rock. So, as you start around now, this club head's going to shallow, so it's going to kick back behind you. Like so. So that's a natural flattening move in response to your body's rotation. And it's going to fall down onto your right forearm. So that's a really big difference. Now, on the right, you better rotate as hard as you can to bring that club around, like so. Alright, so that's the important of getting that right elbow just a little more down in front of you via external rotation. So right here is a really paramount frame. If I draw a line from your elbow to elbow on the left, looks like so. On the right, looks closer to that. I might have cheated a little bit there. There you go. That's a big difference. You see a big difference in the shaft where it's pointing. You also see a big difference in the club face. And you're good to go. Alright, so good work today. I really like that. There's definitely going to be some time you got to spend doing drills to make sure you can feel that arm structure. But if you get that down and incorporate it with your backswing turn, obviously you know what to do next. So this is starting to look really good. And compared to the one where you started, just to scoot back to that really quick. Instead of slapping across it and flipping the face at it with no body rotation. This is all rotation with a really, really square face. Okay? Good work, dude. Let me know if you have any questions, and we'll take it from there.